Hello everybody. Today's the day I'm going to take out two trees actually sold. One of them's a Jaboticaba that's been in the ground for about maybe 6 years or so. I have two that are the same size. One of them fruited in the second year, so this one would have fruited any time now. So there it is. I've been working. The roots are quite shallow on the Jabo, so hopefully it'll survive. We're going to try to get it right back in the ground at another location. I did cut back the tree. Let me turn this around and show you. There is the tree. I cut it back, and there I dug a trench all the way around. The hardest part was not messing with the irrigation system, but as I push this now, it's ready to come out. The roots are pretty shallow. That's why you can grow these in a pot. Here's my other Jabo, and that one was, the other one I showed you was just about the same size. So I first cut it back about a week ago. And there it is. So that'll be coming out here. And then there's one more that I'm taking out, a butterscotch sapodilla. All right, here's my neighbor. Now, I've moved many mango trees, and mango trees are a lot less of an issue. But even mango trees, it's good to root prune if you can. And my neighbor Ram was just telling me that this would have been good to have done months ago. And just that's root pruning. And then now it would be a good time to take it out.
Right, you dig it down a little deeper than this, and that cuts all the roots around there, and then you fill it back in, and you wait about 3 months. You want to wait really long enough where you can actually see the tree actually puts out a little growth. That means the roots are done, and they're quick recovery.
Sure.
And then when you pull it out, it's a lot less stress on the tree because it's already got an established root system. Like right now, it's just been drastically cut back. All these roots are cut, so it's a big shock, especially for a tree like this, very expensive tree. Little tree, this type of tree can go $600, $700, $800, $1,000.
Yeah.
So you don't want to make a mistake and go too quick either, you know.
Like I did, and that's what I do with all my trees. I've root pruned avocados. I've root pruned sapodillas. But I've had good success with. I've root pruned white sapota, but I've had good success with mangoes. It's better to play it safe on the side of caution, everybody, and root prune it if you can. We'll see how this one does. Now, there's questions. Should this go into a pot or right into the ground? I know some people that like to put it right into a pot when you move a tree to kind of establish it again. But I think putting it right in the ground has been best.
Put it in the ground eventually. Put it in the ground right away, so less trauma to retransplant it again. You want to get it in the ground as quick as possible.
Exactly.
And when you do make a transplant like that, you want to take and hand water it with 5-gallon buckets. 1 aspirin per gallon of water will actually help the tree recover a lot better.
Very well.
You can even use they've got a root pruning agent that works too, but aspirin works.
So 1 aspirin per gallon of water.
Yeah, and this size tree, I'd want to put about 15 gallons on it.
Sure.
That way I know I soaked it all really good.
Once you get in the ground.
Well, yeah, right.
Sure. Well, there it is, everybody. And the roots were very shallow. That's why you can grow this in a pot. And it grows almost better in some place in a pot. Very shallow roots, and we'll see how it does in the transplant.
In the ground, though, it almost always grows healthier, faster, and better than a pot. It's not been restricted. So if you've got a choice to put it in a pot or a ground, you always want to put it in the ground if you're not going to be moving in the next few years.
Sure. Well, we'll give you an update, everybody, on how this is. And this is the Jabo I'm selling. Now, my neighbor has 2 big Jabos in the ground, and they're both fruit amazing, and they're getting too crowded. So one of them he's going to have to remove.
I've got one about 10 feet tall, a fantastic tree, but it's just overtaking everything in the area. So that needs to be moved. I'm going to put it up for sale.
Start root pruning it now.
Yeah, I am soon. I'm going to root prune it and probably sell it sometime this year.
All right, if anyone's interested, contact me in the comments below on his tree. But this is going, and this is going to open up a space. And we'll make another video showing you what we're going to put here. Thank you.
As long as we don't take the tap roots, those are good ones, it should be all right.
Yeah, all right. And, I don't know if it's necessary to root prune the Jabos because there's no major roots. It's more like hair.
Yeah, more like
a hair.
Yeah,
and
side roots.
I didn't have to cut anything, and it pretty much came right out. So, all right, there it goes. Bye, Jabo. It's been fun knowing you. You got a new home. I'll come visit you often.
It's going to a nice home.
Yeah, it's going to Naja Gardens. Can I say that on here?
Go ahead.
It's going to Naja Gardens.
We're gonna give it special care for it.
There's the empty space now. All right, that's how you move a tree. All right, they just took out this butterscotch sapodilla. Butterscotch sapodilla they took out and they're moving. Came out quite easy. Yeah, another spot for a tree. Alrighty. Okay, everybody, the tree is gone, the jabo, and this is in its place now. This is my first Giantia sapodilla. Really exciting. Today is April 2nd, 2025. I planted a 3-gallon, about 10 feet from the Alano, and about 12 or 13 feet from the Comito, back over there. And that one's coming out. All right, sapodilla. Here are some pictures of the new location of the trees. This is the Jaboticaba tree here, and next we'll see the one of the butterscotch. And some of you might question why I moved these two very popular fruit trees. And I am limited on space, and I wanted trees that are going to meet my goals. I highly recommend both of these trees. I have nothing negative to say about them if you choose to have these trees in your yard, but they did not achieve my goals, and with the limited space I had to make a decision. You're always taking a chance when you take out an existing fruit tree that's been in the ground for a long time, but I decided it was worth the chance, and I have a very good confidence that these trees will survive and be taken care of at their new location. I'm excited to plant new trees in the locations that I've made available for these, and I will keep you updated in videos about how these are doing and other changes that are taking place in my yard for your learning experience. And I'm glad I got this recorded so we could see in the future how the new trees will grow and how the previous ones do in their new location. I'm going to put some links to other videos of me moving mango trees, and I do think it's best once you decide a spot not to move the tree. However, this is why I make these videos, so you don't make the mistakes I did when I first started planting trees. And even if you do everything planned out well, a new tree or a new variety, a new fruit might come up that you want, and you might not have the space. So I want to show you that moving a tree is always a solution.